St. Thomas Ground, K8741 ready to taxi. Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, K-rate 741.
St. Thomas Ground, Night Cargo 383 with information Kilo, requesting push and start. Pushback approved, expect runway 10, Night Cargo 383. St. Thomas Ground, Night Cargo 383 ready to taxi. Continue taxi, runway 10, Night Cargo 383.
Runway 10, cleared to land, Night Cargo 388. St. Thomas Tower, Night Cargo 388 on final 10.
St. Thomas Tower, Kai 8071 on final 10.
Runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Night Cargo 383.
Runway 10, cleared to land, Kai 8071.
Pushback approved, expect runway 10, Silver Wings 129.
Approved, expect runway 10, Kai rate 21.
Enter final runway 10, Night Cargo 388. Runway 10, cleared to land, Night Cargo 388.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 21 ready to taxi. Continue taxi, runway 10, Kai rate 021.
St. Thomas Ground, Silver Wings 129 ready to taxi. Continue taxi, Silver Wings 129er. St. Thomas Ground, Silver Wings 129 with information Kilo, requesting push and start.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 21 with information Kilo, ready to start.
Taxi to ramp, Kai 8071.
Runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Silver Wings 129.
St. Thomas Ground, Night Cargo 388 is going around. There is traffic on the runway.
Approved, expect runway 10, Kai 8561.
St. Thomas Tower, Night Cargo 388 at runway 10.
Pushback approved, expect runway 10, Night Cargo 385.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Kai 8561.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Night Cargo 385.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai 8561 ready to taxi.
St. Thomas Ground, Night Cargo 385 ready to taxi.
Taxi to ramp, Night Cargo 388.
St. Thomas Ground, Night Cargo 385 with information Kilo, requesting push and start.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 10, Flamenco 1201.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai 8561 with information Kilo, ready to start.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Flamenco 1201. St. Thomas Ground, Flamenco 1201 ready to taxi. St. Thomas Ground, Flamenco 1201 with information Kilo, requesting push and start.
Approved. Expect runway 10, November in a 06 tree Mike. Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, cross runway 10, November in a 06 tree Mike.
Approved. Expect runway 10, Kai rate 081. Continue taxi, runway 10, clear for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Kai rate 081. Approved. Expect runway 10, Kai 564. Continue taxi, runway 10, clear for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Kai 564.
Runway 10, clear to land, Care 8251.
St. Thomas Ground, November in a 06 tree Mike ready to taxi.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 81 ready to taxi.
Taxi to ramp, Care 8251.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai 564 ready to taxi.
Runway 10, cleared to land, Night Cargo 500.
St. Thomas Tower, Care 8251 on final 10.
St. Thomas Tower, Night Cargo 500 on final 10.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 10, JetBlue 435.
Taxi to ramp, Night Cargo 500.
Approved. Expect runway 10, Kai rate 201.
St. Thomas Ground, JetBlue 435 ready to taxi.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 201 ready to taxi. St. Thomas Ground, November in a 06 tree Mike with information Kilo, ready to start. Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, Kai rate 201.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, JetBlue 435.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 081 with information Kilo, ready to start. St. Thomas Ground, Kai 564 with information Kilo, ready to start.
St. Thomas Ground, JetBlue 435 with information Kilo, requesting push and start.
Approved. Expect runway 10, Anguilla 341. St. Thomas Ground, Anguilla 341 ready to taxi. Negative, say again. Anguilla 341.
St. Thomas Ground, Kai rate 201 with information Kilo, ready to start.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure, cross runway 10. Anguilla 341. St. Thomas Ground, Anguilla 341 with information Kilo, ready to start.
St. Thomas Ground, Global Jets 2226 with information Kilo, requesting push and start. Pushback approved, expect runway 10, Global Jets 2226.
St. Thomas Tower, Twilight 35 on final 10.
Continue taxi, runway 10, cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Cross runway 10, Global Jets 2226.
Runway 10, clear to land. Twilight 35.